credentials, but it doesn't help. Playing on day one, and like she meets the best people. Smoke thinks he's the best, but it's cuppa. Come with me on this journey with your mama.
Coffee in the morning, wake up to the grind. Sipping on that brew, got a joy in my mind. I'm a lyrical animal, I spit that fire flow. Killing all the critters, watching as they go. Got my screen panel, playing DayZ crazy. Nothing can faze me, I'm feeling so hazy. Blinging 60 mil, choppers flying in my flannel. Posting food pics and coffee, follow my channel. Coffee queen, that's who I am. Brewing up the joy, just like a caffeine slam. Lyrical animal, killing all the critters. Posting food pics and coffee, getting all them Twitter retweets.
She's the queen of the game when she's online. You better know her name, humankind in the real world vibe. But in the digital realm, she's got a dark side. She walks the streets with her heart so pure. But in DayZ, she's the one you should fear, bringing destruction, leaving no one alive. When you hear her name, it's run or die. Run or die. The majority's on the prowl. She'll hunt you down, make you scream and howl. She's a ruthless queen, run or die, or become a casualty of sin.
In a small town, there's a girl named Cup of Joy. She's a force to be reckoned with in all the boys, but she ain't looking for love or any fancy heart. She's got her eyes locked on that DayZ chart. When she logs online, watch out for Cup of Joy. She's got a game face on, she's ready to deploy. She's a master of survival, ready for a fight. Don't mess with the best or she'll end you tonight. Cup of Joy, she's a DayZ queen, ruling the game like you've never seen. She's got the skills, she's got the might. Don't cross her path, cause she'll end you in game. Alright.
Hey chat! Hi everyone! Thanks for joining me today. Let's get started. There we go.
You were shot
if you were
at.
shot today.
Just pass it to me.
Oh, wait. Could I have some? Because I just fell off this entire effing thing.
No, you're not allowed morphine.
Look at that.
This is
You
going
get a saline
Can I have
bag.
another one? For
You
Greg
get
Moore?
hydrated.
I had 2 on me, and one went to another patient. You got the other one.
I see. Man, your flying was good over there, man. We saw you bounce.
My heel hurts.
Yeah, I was playing hopscotch over there. That was fun.
You win? Can you win hopscotch? I never fucking played hopscotch.
Dude, it's landing there for me every time.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know why. It just bounces me back in the air.
Oh, fuck, I think Riggs is off again. Oh, let me break the on. Give me a sec. Hey, can I have some morphine, please?
What happened to your vest?
I have to take it off. Can I have some morphine, please?
You're good. You're nothing.
Go on, Riggs, land it.
He's just putting it on the roof. Yeah.
Okay.
What is that? Panda, what is that in your
Wow.
face?
There you go. Oh, it was a floating bag.
Oh,
That was hilarious.
cool.
There you go.
That's
It's on your
mean.
face again.
Any morphine in that bag?
No, you got the last one, but it holds 32
Oh, no.
slots, but only takes up
I
16.
really need some morphine, so if any medics
Why
have got
would-
any morphine, I'd be, happy to take it.
Sam may have a problem. I don't.
I don't have a problem.
Oh, yeah.
Shut up.
Yeah, like I said, it's pretty cool. You can put a whole hazmat suit in it.
Oh shit, really?
Yeah, no, see, look in the inventory. Like I said,
Let me see.
well, hold on, I'll place it.
You can't just put it down.
Like I said,
regularly?
you got 32 slots, but it only takes up 16 in your inventory. And then you can put a whole
And you can
like
put the
hazmat
whole
suit up
thing
top.
in there as well.
Yeah,
It's got all the
just,
slot. That's
tight.
fucking cool.
Like
That's
you,
fucking
and you
Oh,
can't
shit.
get it. I had to have like buttons gave it to me like
Why are you
spawning
climbing on
it in.
Yeah.
buildings?
That
I
is
didn't
cool.
know I could get up on this one.
Wait,
He's
how
a grown
did you-
ass man. Let him climb
Oh.
on a building if he wants to. Look at him go, parkour.
Parkour,
Break a leg, literally.
Oh,
so
that
give the
one
medics
is-
Don't
something
hurt
to do. They're
yourself,
always bored.
Panda.
For
Right,
real
right.
though.
They wouldn't give me any morphine. I almost rolled to my death earlier.
I'll give you morphine.
I'm gonna
Don't
get
worry.
up here.
True. You've got plenty now.
I've got like a sea chest full of it.
Hey, try to get up on
Oh
here.
no!
The medics are gonna hurt
to
themselves
get
before
back.
they get up here.
Hey, no. Try to get up on this roof. Come and try to get up on this one. A little
I don't
bit
think
too
we
tall.
got
You
that
need it.
high.
I think you.
Crazy
Can't
cats.
you like stack on? Can't you
Then
stack on
stack
top of someone?
yourselves.
Yeah, have
Yeah.
someone
Human
lay
tower.
down.
Yeah, put like two people. Put like two people on a corner, and then someone jumps on top of them.
Nope.
Okay, who's jumping up there?
What's down on my head?
Snort a line of marijuana.
Yeah, I'm gonna inject this
Here you go.
marijuana right into my veins.
Wait, yeah.
Stand on the guy laying down.
Yeah.
And jump onto this nurse here. And I have to move out a little bit. Hold on, move to the left a little bit, Nurse Roy.
Yeah, I think we need to come out to the this roof a little bit.
Like here.
Yeah. Like
Yeah,
that.
yeah. Get next to the man, dude. Like shit, and stop fucking spinning in circles.
I gotta.
Now I
see
can't
where
get
I'm
on top
Oh.
of him.
at.
Not the
The
first time.
trick is you need the person that you're trying to jump on to have their back facing you, so that you kind of like
Yeah.
they gotta look down.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, like that. Like a
Someone hop
V.
in front of me so I don't get pushed forward. Yeah, there you go.
I got pushed out of the way. No.
Literally, it's just a pushing contest.
I don't think it's gonna work.
There.
Yeah, it does look like you're getting on him.
I'm trying.
His head is like the highest point.
You gotta climb them.
Get on top of the fucking man. Just step on his goddamn back. Break his spine.
Bro, how does these
mean, I'm
people
not gonna
do it
complain.
in like the videos?
You might have to run and jump. You get that sprint boost jump.
Oh shit, yeah.
He clearly doesn't know how to do it.
When we're doing shit like this, is
Oh, I
Oh,
every
you
time.
almost got it. Almost got it. Go again. Go
That
again.
was close.
Hey, Rev.
Here, wait. Let me stand in front of him.
The phrase
I got it,
monkey
okay.
and a football comes to
Oh,
mind.
dang it. Give me a second.
Oh, almost.
get my
Almost.
Yeah, it's
back.
roleplay. You should come in. It's roleplay. I'm a nurse.
See,
Look
he's
how
lower
cool I
when
am.
he's not standing on that dude, so he might be
Mhm.
good
Ah.
now. Try it now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, how do I get up there?
Come on.
I'm trying to find a ladder.
The perfect time for us all to get shot.
They
True.
You could roleplay and then like you could shoot other people.
We would have been dead if
kidnap
this was
people and
PvP.
stuff like that.
Oh yeah.
Or be homeless. Oh, Rev, let me show you the hobo camp.
Oh,
I call it hobo
motherfucker.
camp.
This feels like high school. People walking all over me.
Oh, I'm going the wrong way. Hobo camp, this way. They're still trying to get on top.
I was up there, but he
We
wouldn't
can do
let me
it. We
run.
can do it bigger, better, stronger.
No, it's not whitelist. It's not whitelist. You can come
That's
in.
what she said.
I will
Don't worry. This is
message
better.
you
You're
the
good.
name of the what is it? Server. I'll message you later. The name of the server. It's Chernarus. This is the hobo camp. See, it's under the bridge. The hobo lives here. You could live here too, Rev. See, this is the hobo. There's food right there. And then, look. This is where they sleep. This is the hobo camp. And this is the bank. So you go in the bank and you could withdraw money and stuff like that. Or somebody could rob you. You might have to call the police or call a medic to revive you. That's the bank. You'll make a really good cop. You should apply to be a police officer, Rev. This is the police officer station. Oh, no, they're not AI. Yeah, but they don't do anything to you. This is post, you know, apocalypse. So they're not dead. They don't kill you. They just walk around like citizens. This is the police station. They have heli and then they have like cop car. I think you should be a cop. If you play on here, you should apply to be a cop or a army. Yeah, one of those. That's what you should do. Be a cop or be in the army. If you have a job like me, and if you're gonna be a police officer or stuff like that, you can't rob anyone, even on your off-duty time. But if you're just gonna play, you could rob people. You know, you could rob them, kill them, but you have to role play before you do all that stuff. So role play, and then you could do whatever you want. It's all about role play, I guess. They want the role play first. So here's a citizen right here. I don't know what he's doing. Hey. Hello.
Hello.
What's going on?
Walking around, heading back to the bank, put some.
Oh, you're cutting off.
Just heading to the bank to put some stuff away.
Oh, okay. Well, have fun.
Alright.
Bye.
Bye.
So, like, if you wanted to rob him, you have to role play, you know, and then rob him. I'm not gonna be. Yeah, you are. You're gonna be a cop. No. Yeah, send me the detail. I know a few that would be. Okay. Yeah, yeah. You guys should come in here and play. So if you have a government job, you can't like do any.
Yeah, and we
bad
still didn't
stuff.
manage to screw in.
Can't rob and stuff.
If I do act as a ladder,
Here's,
one to
ATM.
What happened to that guy that
the
got
light bulb
fucking
in.
arrested?
It shows people who are here online.
What is that on the roof? Someone thrown up on the roof?
Yes, that's throw up.
Really?
So I'm a medic. I could revive people if they died and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Come on, let me get a taste. I need to make sure
But
it's
I
actual
can't
throw up.
like
Okay.
Yeah, you
I
look
can't
that
do
shit.
with police. I don't
I have
have like a
morphine.
gun or anything because that's only police officer. I can't make arrests and things like that. And then this is what the medic's vehicle look like. And then this is what our heli looks like. I like that. A beacon of hope where minutes matter. And this is kind of like our office. This is where we buy our supplies. Our medic supplies are here. And then we have vehicles and heli. And we have food and drinks. And then these are rooms that only medics could open and close and stuff like that. Yeah, look, this is a citizen. See? If they have a backpack, you could like motor them and then take those stuff. But they don't die. They just keep walking around. Yeah, I really like this server. There's another guy. Bye! Okay, hopefully nobody jumps and die.
A lot of pain.
He'll wake up eventually.
Did somebody jump?
Yeah.
Allegedly.
Oh no, the cop!
Doesn't let me.
It's Sam!
Yes, it does.
You wanna, yeah, you wanna
Aw,
resuscitate him?
Poor Sam. He jumped and
Probably
died.
not.
No, he didn't die. He just.
He's just.
He did break his
See
leg.
Alcons?
Yeah, dude. He...
Do you want some?
Damn, buddy, you didn't want to wake the fuck up.
Quick, give him morphine.
Yeah, quick, give that man some more.
Did you break your leg? No way.
Question,
you
can I have
jumped
something?
up! He jumped
Yeah.
up and
bleeding
broke
out.
his leg!
Did he?
Yeah,
actually?
can I-
I jumped off too. What?
Can I have
you're
some pain meds
bleeding.
or something? My leg is
Jesus
killing me.
Christ.
I did a running jump.
Oh, that's why.
Nah, he's fucked. dude.
Fuck with Riggs. Tell him
Oh,
you got a
I'm bleeding
broken leg.
bad.
Somebody
Has
just
anyone
tried
got
to
a
hit you with
bandage?
a car.
He's got a broken dick. You gotta fix his dick.
Someone's got to kiss it better.
Joy, I think
not
that's your
it.
job.
That's his job. Yeah, he already did.
Yeah. Duh, it's got to be another man, otherwise it won't work.
Yeah, it has to be a man.
Go
There you
on.
go.
Give it a kiss. Give it a
Mwah.
kiss.
Those are the rules.
Oh, thank you. It's all better now. I'm gonna do it again.
Well, I'm gonna go see if
Oh,
I can
God.
buy stuff.
I'm
Yo,
not sure
No,
he'll survive.
my
the
leg
Please
is
second
don't
killing
do
me.
it again. Please don't do it again.
Oh, did they?
Is he about to do it again?
He says he's doing it again. I'm getting
Have
away.
Kappa watching.
Getting
Kappa!
far away.
Watch
want
him. I
nothing to
gotta
do
go
with
grab
this.
another splint.
Okay, okay,
he's
go.
about to kill himself. That's what's gonna happen.
Where is he?
Might have a morphine problem.
He's going up on the top. He's about to jump.
Where? I don't see him yet. Is he coming down?
I hope he didn't pass out.
Oh, did he pass out? Go look.
I don't know, mate. I'm gonna go check.
Okay, go check on him. Oh, darn.
There he
I'm gonna do a
is.
flip.
Revive
No,
him.
don't
Oh,
do
okay.
a flip. Yeah, do a backflip. Do a backflip.
Okay, hold on.
Can you do a backflip? Oh, you can, huh? On here.
Let me.
Well, you
Whoa.
did a good one.
Yeah, was that good? Should I do it
Yeah, that
again?
was really
Yeah,
good.
but yeah, do a good backflip.
Oh, wow. That was awesome.
Dude, it's amazing because his feet stay in the same place they were whenever he like started the backflip.
Yeah.
I know, right? It's fucking amazing.
I used to be an acrobat
I
in high
just tried
school.
it again after relogging. It still hasn't fucking worked. What the fuck?
Well, looking good up there.
You go
I wonder if I can hit
item,
the
and then you click
backflip and then
trade.
jump off.
And just says
Okay,
you buy
try it.
too much. That's what it told me.
It's
I don't think
out
it's
of
gonna
stock.
work,
It's
though.
gotta be out of stock.
It says
I'm
3 out of
pretty
3.
nervous.
It's so weird.
Yeah.
I think you're just
It's
gonna
a
land
little
at the same
janky.
spot.
I'm not gonna
That's my
lie.
bet. You're gonna be fine.
I don't think you need that many spins.
Okay. Okay. I'm really nervous, okay.
But
Will
maybe
this get me
don't
more
jump.
morphine?
Don't jump.
Yeah,
If something happens
probably.
to you.
Yeah, sure.
I don't have any on me. Cuppa, you got morphine?
Yeah, if something happens.
Yeah, if you get hurt, we got morphine.
Oh, fucking bet.
Yeah, you're good.
Oh no!
Maybe not.
How did he break his leg again?
okay.
How did I not break my
Oh,
leg? I don't understand.
I'm okay.
His pants are
I really
fucking.
don't get how I didn't break my
Morphine.
leg.
Cuppa, give him
Do you
the
need a
morphine.
sewing kit?
No, I'll be alright.
I really don't understand how I didn't
Damn
break
it.
my leg, dude. That's crazy.
There you go.
I told you I was Batman. I
Give
told
you
you.
some,
Trooper.
Thank you.
let me give you some blood too.
Oh, awesome. Whose blood is it?
It's yours.
It's hers.
You don't need to know that.
My blood.
It's yours now.
What's
Yeah, it is yours
Okay,
now.
you're good.
I'm gonna take my pants off. Don't look unless you want to.
Okay, we won't look.
Yeah, a little bit. Let's see what's going on here.
How you doing?
You're looking.
You're not looking. I'm not
I
looking.
can look if I want
I'm
to.
not
in the,
You
make
said
a better
we
door
could
than a
look.
window.
I'm
No.
not looking. Okay, I gotta go get some more blood. I'll be back.
Okay,
He was
go on.
probably
I
not.
got
Might as well
enough
grab
stuff.
some morphine while you're there. You're gonna
Okay.
Yeah,
fucking
I
need
got
it.
it. I
I'll
got
get you
enough
some
stuff.
too, Kakashi.
Time to do it again.
I got 5
You can't do
morphine.
it, sir. You.
Okay, let's go to the office. I only carry one blood bag with me at a time. Oh. Is that on him? Let's see, I think blood bag is in here. O negative, yeah. And then I need one morphine for me. Morphine. And 1, 2, 3 for Kakashi. There we go. Not food, yep. There we go. Oh, I have 2 blood bags. Okay, I didn't know that.
You got
right down that road,
harmonica
buddy.
brother now.
Kashi, come
Yeah,
here.
right. I knew
Kakashi.
Sam was cool.
I'm coming.
Dude, harmonica.
I'm
I'm in a
here.
band,
I got
bro.
You just
three.
have
I
them
got
in your
three.
pocket. Just fucking Sam.
Yep. Oh, I got morphine on me now, buddy. Look at that. That's beautiful.
I don't want to jump. I'm scared.
Don't worry.
You're
I'm
the
gonna
one
tell you,
that
there's
wants to
safety
do
medics
it.
here.
We've been talking you out of it.
Maybe don't do
Can I
it.
have
I'm an
morphine?
enabler. I'm gonna let you make your own decisions.
That's true too.
You're a grown ass man. You can do whatever
You're gonna
you
give me
want. If
candy
you
every
want
day for
morphine, get
breakfast?
morphine.
Sam.
That's basically my opinion on it.
Okay. I'm pretty tired, guys. I think
You're gonna
I'm
go
gonna
to bed?
sleep.
I
You
think
You might wanna
you
You
take
just
should
a
come
get
down
nap.
here
off
the
that
long way. That'd be
ledge.
fine.
He's going to bed up there. What the
Oh my
fuck?
God.
Okay, okay.
Great idea.
And that's uncomfortable. I'm gonna lie this way.
Yeah, there you go.
That's better.
There you
Feel
go.
rejuvenated
Yeah,
yet?
so don't roll over, eh?
That looks so good.
Dangerous.
Good. Take those off.
It's okay. We're ready.
Oh no.
Yeah, fuck that.
Yeah, where's your
I'm
bag of
fucking
rocks?
terrified
Let's
of
start
heights
chucking.
now. Yeah, fuck. Alright, that's it. I got a great idea. Okay? You
Oh
guys
my
should go get some
God.
rocks. I'll stand
There
on
we
this
go.
at this ledge here. You guys throw the rocks at me from this side, and if I fall off, you guys win. Okay?
I don't know if I want to do that.
I feel like this is
It's really
bait.
funny.
I think
Really
you
funny.
I
Yeah,
don't
really,
have
this
that.
is bait.
I don't think this is a
Give me
good
a second,
idea.
Chad, okay?
It's
Give me a second. I gotta go here. Where is it? Oh my god. I'm not even running it. There we go.
Fucking morphine.
Oh,
Sorry.
Panda,
I like
you've never
morphine.
been around when you inject fucking buttons with morphine, have you?
No,
Oh,
I don't
dude,
want
you
to
inject that motherfucker and he just starts zooming. He goes, woo! And just starts fucking running through the fucking streets. You can't catch him.
Yeah, I built up
Oh,
a tolerance to
God.
it, man. It just makes me go to sleep now. Epinephrine's like that for
You
me.
should-
It just starts running. That should work.
Should go take a nap in the police station.
I don't want a nap. Now you've given me bloody epi.
Oh,
I'm
god
running,
damn it, now
I'm
he's gonna
going.
fucking come down. What a bitch.
Morphine and epi. Oh, the pants are coming off.
Pants are
fuck
coming
yeah.
Woo!
Who wants a lap
Oh
dance?
yeah, now it's a
Who
show.
wants a lap dance?
I do.
Get out of here.
He's going to
Right.
sleep in the gun store.
No. Fucking shop.
You buy too much.
Trust me, just my fucking luck.
Get out, you buy too much.
You buy too much. Most fun I've had in years. I feel like I'm 19 again.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I'm getting scared. I'm gonna get defensive. Ah! You gotta kick a cripple, fuck you. Oh. fuck. He's fucking hobbling.
Let's see if there's any cops on. Oh, there's a guy over here who's naked.
Yeah, so this should help you with that kick to the fracture.
Where'd he go? Hello? You
I
okay?
got robbed.
What?
Yeah, I got fucking shot with a suppressed pistol and robbed, and that's all I have.
How's your blood?
$40,000 and I can own this bitch.
I got 2 cuts now.
5 morphines.
I'm still white blood. For some reason he let me keep my gun, but yeah, no, I got nothing else. I have like 3 grand on me.
Okay, stay still. Stay still. Are you going to the police station to report it?
Yeah, probably. I don't really know who it was because I was just looking at my pockets and I just got shot and I don't know.
Okay, how's your health right now?
I'm fine.
Okay, okay.
Just
you don't have shoes, darn it.
yeah, I don't have anything.
Let me see if there's a police on. Yeah, there's 2 police officers on.
How do you check that?
Hello? Please? Control 4. Is there a policeman here?
Hey, hell yeah, this shit's mine now.
Hey, Kakashi, is there a police officer in there? In here?
I don't know, but look, I can lock these fucking doors. This shit's mine.
That guy just got robbed.
Oh, fuck.
This guy.
Oh.
He got shot at
Where'd
and
Dawson
robbed.
go?
I don't know.
He didn't take
Put
my
an
gun, but he
SOS.
took everything else.
Yeah, I healed him.
Bro, they
Put it
took
in this
all your shit?
Yeah, they
Holy
took
fuck.
everything.
Wait, homie, were
He
you
has
the
no
one that was...
shoes.
He's the red shirt and red fucking
Yeah.
backpack guy, right?
Yeah.
Do you
I
know?
finally bought a gun and I just got shot in the back by the Mark II suppressed pistol. I got knocked
Oh,
out.
that's
He
right,
just,
Dawson was
and-
driving around.
and I don't know who it
hopping
was. I didn't see who
Holy
it was. I just got knocked out.
Fuck.
Oh, do you
I
know,
got no shoes.
do you know how to send an SOS
Yo,
to
hold
a,
on.
Oh,
Well, we
Yo.
got somebody coming around mugging people.
Yo,
Holy
Yo,
fuck.
Dawson,
I
we
have
got
no
real
idea.
police work for you. This
oh,
dude
he's
got
right there.
robbed.
He's right there.
Dude, bro, I got falsely accused of something and then I got robbed. That's been like in 2
Get
hours.
out of your
That's
car, please.
Bro,
Sam,
that's
This
What's
guy
going
needs
on,
your
Sam?
help. This guy needs your help.
great. I don't know. I was just robbed.
Getting all the
Everything I
experiences
own.
in
By
one
who?
day.
Guys, we can all chill on my new pad.
I just got shot in the back like 11 times by a suppressed pistol.
Hell yeah,
And
this place is
And I've been
dope.
wandering around like this for like 5 minutes.
Oh, bro.
Okay, do you know
Meditate,
what the guy looked like?
Panda over there.
No
the
idea,
red
got shot in the
med-
back.
Go get some money and buy you shoes
Shot
at
in the
least.
back.
We get like 6,000 every half hour.
Okay.
Bro, that's
Good
sick
news.
as
I have an
fuck.
Let's
alibi.
go
This
get some money and
Yeah, we just
see
bought
if we
this
could buy
shit.
him
I
some
just bought this
shoes.
shit shack.
He's
Welcome.
gonna bleed. Okay. 100. Payout. Let's see if they had some blue shoes. At least some shoes. Okay, some top pants, head, bags, cover, mask, vest, belt, shoes. Blue, there you go. Okay. At least he has some shoes on. He could buy his clothes and choose his clothes. That way he doesn't bleed, huh? Okay.
I've been playing for like 2 hours.
Hold on.
What's your
What are your
name?
thoughts on
Welcome
this
to the
server?
server.
Oh, it's definitely gonna be pretty fun.
What's your
It's
name?
definitely gonna be pretty fun.
What's your
My
name?
name's Jason.
Jason, here's some shoes for
In
you.
game, it's native potato.
Jason, take those shoes,
Sweet.
okay?
Thank you so much.
That way you don't
Oh, that
bleed.
was so kind.
Sweet. Now I
Here,
won't
take
bleed
this
Yeah,
on
you
the
won't
bandage
bleed.
sports
too.
ground.
Yeah. You won't bleed. You could
Yeah.
buy
I'll have to
your,
hold it
you
in my
know.
hand.
So are you
I don't know
gonna
what color
are you gonna
clothes
come
you
back
want,
and play
so.
tomorrow?
Here you go. Here's the rest of the
Yeah,
other
I
sewing
might.
kit. It's half full.
He has no clue
can't
'cause he
use
can't
it. I
carry
can't hold
shit.
it.
Yeah, he doesn't have
Can't
anything
carry
to
anything.
put it in.
I'm sorry.
Can't
Yeah.
use my
He's
prison
naked.
pocket for some reason.
Go buy someone. Go
But-
buy him a backpack. Here, where's the nearest clothing
I don't
store?
have any money on me.
What
Like,
backpack do
yours
you
is
want
not
though?
money,
wait
though.
here.
What
I'll go
backpack?
get you a backpack.
I'll
Get him a
take
big
anything. I'll
backpack.
take
Yeah,
some
grab
fucking
him some
shorts.
clothes. Grab him some clothes.
I wasn't sure what clothes you wanted, so.
Yeah.
Damn it.
You can have this hat. It's a nice
Yeah.
hat.
Bro, thanks,
Yeah,
man.
The backpack that I
keep
left
your
on the
head
front
warm.
step is gone.
Can't really give you
Oh,
much else.
Kakashi's gonna
Just
buy you some
got
a
stuff in
backpack,
it.
so he'll be back.
Yeah, Kakashi will take good care of you. He'll make you look nice.
Alright, amazing.
Like
Hi.
a
Hi,
guy.
Rick.
Hey, Rick.
Oh, God.
So
Here he comes.
real quick.
Oh Jesus, why?
Oh
Not
God.
like this.
No, look out, look out. So he's currently
he's getting
hopped
stuff.
up on a
Fucker who fucking
shit
falsely
ton
arrested
of
me.
morphine
Shut up, I've
and
never
been
better.
epinephrine because
I've
he
never been
jumped
better.
off of there and broke
Right,
his
hello.
leg like
So,
twice.
tell me everything you know.
And this freshie
Yeah.
dude just
I
got robbed like
went
10
to
Got
go
robbed
minutes
ask
ago.
like
and
what
shot
I
at,
was supposed to, 'cause I wanted to
Riggs.
switch clothes.
Yeah,
I was
and
told
shot
people
out.
like
There
you
was
from the
like
red
no
ones.
RP.
So
He
I was
got
trying to go
shot
to
in
the
the back.
store,
They robbed him of
went there,
everything but his
and
gun.
while I was trying to
is
buy stuff,
weird.
I got shot in the back, and
So,
everything
yeah.
got stripped off me except my gun.
Kakashi's
That's
gonna go
amazing.
get
So,
him some clothes and a
literally
backpack
everything.
real quick.
Went from that
Everything.
to nothing. Everything. Absolutely everything.
It wasn't
Did you
me.
see
Rick.
this happen?
I was with Sam
No,
the
he
whole
just
time.
ran up
Didn't see
here
I saw
and
him when he was
asked
at
for a
the-
police
You know it's a
officer,
suppressed
and
pistol.
Kakashi
Also, I
ran
would
and
never
got
do that.
your partner here. And
I
he
think
went
I was
to
the
go
first
see if
person
he
who
could
saw
find
him,
the location.
but he was already robbed.
How do you know it's a suppressed pistol?
Oh, I think we're
Yeah.
lagging.
Because I saw a naked man running. I was like, who's that?
Buddy?
Yeah, he
Sounds
had
good.
like nothing on him. She had to go buy him shoes.
Buddy.
My question.
Man, I was right about to go to sleep too.
Oh.
You do sound tired, Riggs.
Oh, Riggs.
Get up to sleep if this is too much to ask, Briggs.
No, that's fine. Be up for a little.
Hello?
Buddy, you there?
Holy shit.
Catching a dangerous
having a-
criminal any day.
How do
Yeah,
you get a
seizure.
puppy?
Suppressor, that's
I want
black
a
market
puppy.
item.
You need bones. Go get a chicken.
Oh, he's back.
I need bones.
Yeah, bones.
I got bones. Wait, what do you want
Okay.
bones?
Buddy.
And do I get like a
You there?
doghouse or
A
something?
dog.
Okay,
A
he's
dog.
on his
Hello,
way.
Black.
Yeah, but I know the bones
My
part,
God.
but
Is
what do I
lagging, you good?
do to get the dog?
You go
Just-
to the
Wait,
dog
don't take
house
all my
and you
bones.
press
Just
the
It
take what
X
you
ain't
need.
on.
nothing special,
Well,
but
please
he's
go
on
to
his
you can put it
way.
away.
Oh,
Do you,
okay,
do
okay.
you have it?
Yeah, well, I don't want to
Yeah.
get
Do you have the
I only
bones?
had $450, but
no,
I got
I have
you.
to go get some, but I know where to get some.
Okay. Come back
You
here.
got a
I'll show
shirt,
you how.
pants,
Oh, they're
gloves. Yeah, shirt,
I
pants,
think I'm
gloves,
back.
a
Hello?
backpack, and a waist
I don't think I'm
tactical
lagging
waistband.
anymore. Holy shit.
Well, if you come back,
Okay,
about
how do
bones,
you know it
that's
was a
good.
suppressed pistol?
Because I heard it. Like, I heard the, like, you know,
Okay.
the Mark II sound. Just in the back.
Yeah. Oh, it was a Mark II.
Yeah,
Okay,
it's
never
Mark
mind,
II.
that changes things.
Yeah.
Shit. And, okay,
Here,
well
take that Zed Bull too.
Yeah, I have no idea, dude.
I don't know
I
if
really
we're gonna be able to
appreciate
catch this guy. I don't.
I mean, I'm
know if we're gonna be able-
alive. That's all I give a fuck about, you know.
Yeah, you're
At least you
alive,
don't
yeah.
look like a freshie anymore either. That's
Yeah.
good.
Yeah. I still got my gun. I don't know. I can do something with it. Maybe go get an animal and sell it, start getting my money back up, you know. I don't
Yeah.
know. Not really much
Yeah.
I can do, I guess. Shit.
Fuck, man.
Sam,
I'm gonna keep my eyes out for this. Me and Riggs will plot something together, but I'm not sure if we're gonna be able to catch him. We're gonna try our damnedest though, bro.
Alright, sweet. I really appreciate it.
No worries, man. What's going on, Riggs?
want to get in the
Continue
air?
my life tomorrow.
Wanna get in the air? What kind of question is
much
that? Of
money
course I wanna
did you
fucking get in
lose?
the air.
25?
Of course I want to get in the air.
Right here, come with me.
Follow him. Okay, guys, let's get out of here. They've got police work to do.
Yep.
Poor Freshie though. Oh my god.
Yeah.
He's
Dawson's
gotten all
gotta
the
fix his car. Dude, he's got arrested by the police. He's gotten robbed in like his first 2 hours. That's what he said.
And he even got finagled.
Yeah, no, like that's the whole experience.
Which is fun because he was standing right next to me and he's like, "What happened to the guy that got me arrested?" I see. That guy's long gone.
How many people are online, real quick? 12? You and the Freshie are one of them. There's like 10 other people online. Oh,
I believe there's criminal activity this time of day.
Yeah. Slap is on. That's cool. Terrell is on. There's a good bunch of other people on. Could have been anyone.
Let's see.
Oh,
Yeah, with
okay.
a suppress.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you want the information now or later?
Well, I have an
Yeah.
alibi. I was with you guys, so it
Yes,
wasn't
you
me.
were. You were with us.
Yeah.
I mean,
Also,
they
I
can
don't
look at the.
rob people.
They can look at the logs and see who it was, but
I mean,
they
you-
just have to catch them.
You know
I
what,
don't
Panda? You
rob
guys were
players.
stand over
That's
there
not
doing
cool.
that. I don't know. I forgot what you guys were doing, and I looked this way like that, and I saw someone naked, and I was like, "What is he doing?" So I ran over there and saw him, and then he had his gun. I think he thought I was the person, and then when he saw me, he goes, "I got robbed!" Like I got robbed.
Dude,
Yeah,
poor
and then he's like,
Freshie.
I'm bleeding. I'm like, oh my god.
I don't know if to feel bad for him to be like, he's getting all the experiences. Like, that's a good thing.
Yeah.
Sure.
I do feel bad, but
Okay,
like
Rev,
he's
I'm
getting
doing
the
it right
full
now.
DayZ
Yeah,
experience
in
of
like
the
what?
server and
Less
his
than an hour?
He's getting like a
Oh my
week worth of
God.
RP in a couple
yeah, in
hours.
like his first 2 hours.
Oh my
Yeah,
God.
yeah.
Okay, I'll be right back. One
That's
second.
the whole experience. And now he's getting money from
Oh my God.
Kakashi. That's the whole other
That was-
experience.
Okay,
for Freshie.
Rev, let me get up here and then I'll
Kakashi
send you
gets
the
money.
information. Okay, chat. Give me a second. Okay, chat. Sorry. I'm back. I had to. give him the information.
Oh my god.
That was by far the best fucking finagling I've had.
And it's funny because Sam was like being crazy, right? And foolish, and then all of a sudden he had to be serious. You know, like
He's like, oh,
yeah.
Oh
I'm
my
good.
god.
Oh yeah, I'm a cop. I guess I'm a cop.
I'm a cop
Dude, I
now.
loved it. He was drifting around in his car and
I know.
everything, and then Kakashi ran up and was like, "This man has been robbed. He has a
We got
crime to
serious
report."
work now.
He got out and was like, "Okay, okay."
He's like, alright, I'm good.
Oh my god, that was great.
Okay.
Oh, I'm gonna have to
Well
get
played.
off. I got work in the morning.
Yeah,
Oh no. Okay.
But that was totally worth it.
Yeah.
What time is work?
Oh, it's 9.
Oh, that's not bad.
Oh boy.
No,
With-
but
with
it's
the
almost
3.
3.
Oh yeah. You could play probably an hour more, right? Like an hour more.
Depends on what kind of work it is, I guess.
No, it has a lot of physical labor, so
Yeah,
if
yeah,
I'm
yeah,
tired,
you
yeah.
You'll be dragging ass all day.
Oh my god, dude.
You'd be like, I'm
I'm a
sorry,
ha-
but I gotta play DayZ. I call in sick.
I called in sick.
Oh, dude, no, I got a good reason. We thought my cat ran away tonight. So, I was out for hours
though,
looking
right?
for it. No, it was still inside the house because she was hiding like a little bitch. We shook the cat treats and everything, everywhere. We checked every corner, everywhere. We looked everywhere.
Yeah, why was
She
it so
came out
sad?
of nowhere. Dude, literally oblivion.
Oh my
Did it have
word.
kittens? They do that when they have kittens. They can still
No,
hide.
she's about 3 years old. She's not
Oh
a
my God.
kitten anymore. Yeah.
I had a cat. I had a cat. Lived with like everybody in my family. It was my cat first, though. Then it lived with my mom. It lived
Let me
with my
grab
brother.
a bag.
And that,
I better grab a blood bag before I forget. Oh, negative. Okay. Let's forget, so.
Dude, no. Dude, the same thing happened to me. Is that him? And we opened the door and we're like,
oh, hey.
midnight. He looked at us and ran over. We were like, you little fucking asshole. And then he lived with us for the rest of his life. Yeah, we didn't let him go outside after that. We got a cat harness.
To be an
that
inside
cat did go outside a lot.
I don't know. Can you? I've never had a
Mom's
cat.
house.
I,
And it ran this fucking neighborhood. I live in this neighborhood now.
Hey, here's a
There
question.
was no other cats in this neighborhood. She
Panda,
would kick
since
their
you have
ass.
a cat, do you have a cat too?
Not anymore. No, I have
Okay.
got a golden retriever.
Here's a question for
He's
you.
amazing.
Yeah, dude.
Can you ever train an outside cat to be an inside cat?
Oh.
Yeah.
Can you train an
Probably depends
outside
on the
cat
cat.
to be an indoor cat?
I think the problem with that is the cat just wants to be outside. Like, it's had that taste of freedom outside.
Yeah.
Yeah, no,
Oh.
see, you
Like an
can,
ANCAP
you
cat at that
can,
point. It's
yeah,
had too
no,
much
you
freedom.
can have cats that do want to come in and go like in between going in and out and they just sleep in. There are cats that just want you to feed them and pet them while they just live outside. It all depends on how they're raised and their personality.
We have a cat that we don't own.
Hold on, let me move.
kitty. It shows up every day and we feed it, and then it goes off and does
Oh,
its
yeah.
thing. We usually see it twice a day.
Yeah.
There was an
We
orange
have
cat.
no idea who owns. We have no idea who owns it. We just feed it.
Yeah. There was an orange cat that lived in my neighborhood, and we called him Gato Assassino for her because we witnessed it murder a baby bunny. One of the first times we ever saw it, we're like, "Holy shit, that cat's an assassin!" And it was just a feral wild cat that lived outside.
Dude, we have like 5 cats and 2 dogs. We got a lot of animals, and they all
The one
are.
cat was bought from a Pet Smart, but it was found as a barn cat, so it was still a wild cat.
Yeah.
And the other
I
4
hope you got
cats
your
were all
answer
found
first
outside.
edition.
3 of them were found as
Bye.
kittens.
This motherfucker.
He's a cat
All
magnet.
of them. Yes. Yes.
You know, I found Gara when he was a tiny little kitten, and I took him home. And then the 2 girls that we got 2 years ago, I heard them meowing, and they were in a box.
Aww. Were they near you? Is that how you?
Oh.
How did you hear them?
Yeah.
We were walking
Yeah.
down the street and we heard them, and we
Oh.
I scooped them up. Said, "Come on, bitches, you're mine."
Yeah. We raised them. They're
It's
very
Happy
good.
and Carla.
They
Yeah,
like
they're
to act
sweet
like they're on
kitties.
cocaine.
Wait, so how many cats
That's
do you
Carla.
guys
Carla's a
have?
crackhead. We have 5,
Wow.
only because my ass kept finding kittens.
Yes. After we found
That's
2
wild.
twin cats, we said no more. We cannot take care of anymore. That's why we feed the one in the yard.
And we don't let it in the house.
I feed a squirrel that lives in my tree.
That's cool.
You should start feeding crows if you have crows. They will start bringing
sometimes.
you
The bank
gifts.
where we found them.
And then
Oh,
eventually,
that's sweet of you
if
to
they
do
bring
that.
you money, use
Wow.
that money to
yeah.
buy them better treats. And then
Yeah.
they'll start bringing you more money. The better
I
treats
don't
there are,
think
the
it's
more
this
money
squirrel.
they'll give you.
But this current squirrel's mother used to take peanut butter crackers from my hand. And
Wow.
peanuts,
That is
too.
cool.
Did you get a video
Yeah.
of
When
that?
our daughter
we
sees
were
squirrels,
great
she
friends.
calls them Jumpy.
I did.
Oh.
I do have a couple videos of me handing her stuff.
Oh wow.
You ever
But
seen
she was
that
really
video
cool.
of the fucking dude with like 30 raccoons around him? And he's just there with that tub of hot dog,
I
handing them
think
all
so,
hot dogs.
yeah, I think I've seen it. I didn't
Dude,
know it
that's
was hot
gonna
dogs,
be
but I
me
have
one
seen the dude
day.
get mobbed.
Oh my god,
Raccoons
Just
are
like
super
I
cool.
want that
30
to be
fucking
me.
raccoons. He's just standing there throwing hot dogs at him.
Dude, and they come back for seconds and then thirds. He's just
Yeah,
like, here you
please
go,
more.
Frank. Here you go. Hey, don't fight. Here
Here
you
you go.
go. Here, you too. Here you go. That's gonna be
You
me
need
one
to post
day.
those
I'm
Fucking-
gonna
videos
have
and
an army
pictures
of
on Discord.
raccoons. If there was
I
a
don't know
channel
where the
for
video
it,
went.
I want to
Need
see
to get
it.
an animal/pets channel.
Yeah.
I have.
Yeah.
Oh, I know. I have the current squirrel that lives in my tree. I'm pretty sure I got a video of it and its siblings when they first
Don't
came
beat
out
the
of the little
squirrel.
hole they all lived in. And like they're all little babies and they ran down to the snow and they were playing. It was so fucking cute. It was just
Oh.
abhorrently cute. I couldn't stand it. But it was great. I mean,
oh dude,
if you're into squirrels and shit.
there's a house at I am a housekeeper, so there's a place at my work that outside of a window there's a tree, and there's this squirrel that's been growing up in that window since it's been like a little baby, and we've all been like going up to the window being like, hey little guy, hey, and like waving at him. So like when he sees us, he just sits there and
He
stares,
watches.
and I guess he
Yeah, they're pretty friendly, man.
Dude, I guess he stares at guests too because they like to close that window
They're like,
even though there's a
"Nah."
tree in front of it, and their tub is right
This
there.
weird squirrel is looking at me.
How was your stay?
Yeah.
It's great.
I get a big old bag of
Kept
peanuts
watching
from like
me.
Fleet Farm, and then I just
It's
throw
like,
them
how
like
was your
3-4
stay?
peanuts
Oh, it was
every
nice,
time I
but
see
that
'em.
weird squirrel just kept watching me bathe.
The creepy squirrel.
You know, my supervisors,
surveillance
they
drone.
buy nuts and they leave it out for it by the tree.
Yeah.
Him and his squirrel friends eat them.
Aww.
Yep.
All the animals are pretty used to people there. All the squirrels and stuff.
They're-
They'll like sit
I
like
cured
directly
mange.
next to you.
The squirrel had
Really?
mange, and so I got ivermectin from fucking Fleet Farm. I think I go to Fleet Farm a lot. I like that store. And I got the little horse the horse fucking paste that Joe Rogan ate. I got the horse paste, and then I was like, all right, so the squirrel's body weight is like 100 fucking grams. Like, it's really small. And so I had to figure out how much, and I carved out a little bit of a peanut with a knife, and I put ivermectin in it, and I fed the fucker peanuts every day for a week, and the mange went away. And I
Oh.
saved its life, dude. Yeah, I cured the squirrel.
Yay!
I love that little
Apparently,
squirrel.
a squirrel can survive falling from like extreme heights, like falling from like an
Yeah.
airplane.
Oh, I didn't know
I
that.
think they never reach terminal velocity. They just don't.
Yeah,
Because
Yeah.
they fan out and shit, and they just slow
Oh, they
themselves.
do
Yeah.
fan out, huh? Okay.
Yeah, so they can't
They never
reach
reach
like the
terminal
fucking
velocity.
maximum. Yeah. I
Which
mean,
is
I'm
great.
sure it hurts like shit when they smack the ground, but
Fuck yeah.
Oh
So I live.
God. Yeah, in pain probably.
I couldn't do that. I get hurt if I fall off my longboard. I'm like,
Oh my god.
Did you ever jump out of a plane in the army?
Fuck no. No. God no.
No?
This is a terrible
never
idea.
Peggy
Look,
healed yourself.
I was just a medic. I did medic stuff. That's all I ever
So you
aspired
never had
to
to
do.
jump. So as a medic, you've never had to jump out of a plane like into like a
No.
battlefield or something or an area.
No. No. That is a terrible idea. I did get a CMB, a combat medic badge, and I earned it by literally running into gunfire. So that was the most heroic thing, if you want to call it, that I ever did. And in retrospect, now that it's been, when was that? 2011? No. 2013?
See if the
So it's been like
top's
11
on.
years. In retrospect, I'm like, when I think back on that mountain, I was like, all I ever think of was like, that was fucking dumb as shit.
Okay,
Like,
cops.
why would you never do
Okay,
that
the
again?
cops are still on.
Like, what the hell was I thinking? But you know, it was just adrenaline and shit, I'm pretty sure. It was terrifying. In
It was
retrospect, it's terrifying.
adrenaline, you know, partly your training, you know, you're trained for
Well, like,
that shit.
I recently, well, I was looking for paperwork or whatever, and I found the award, the CMB award, and I read, because you have to give a sworn statement of what transpired, and I read my
Yeah.
own sworn statement, and as I was reading, I was like, what a fucking idiot this guy is. Like, what the
What a
fuck is
fucking
wrong with
idiot.
this dude? I was like,
Dude.
Jesus Christ, dude.
I mean,
Does
oh,
But,
oh God.
Yeah, and I suppose, I don't know, that's probably why I act the way I do when I hear gunshots in this game, where I'm just like, oh, what's over there? I'm gonna go see. The cops are like, get the fuck out of here! And I'm like, oh yeah, I forget, I'm supposed to be afraid. My bad, I've actually done this in real life, you know?
Oh, it looks like they're back. Or is it private?
Are they back with the prisoner?
Maybe.
They're back with the prisoner.
Maybe they caught the guy.
Yeah. Should they
I mean,
take
isn't
a
the police
peek?
station like that way though?
Let's take a peek. Yeah. Let's take a peek and see. The hell is loud? Oh yeah, it is though. They're back. They must have gone and caught somebody. I wonder if they know something we don't. Oh look, they're getting off of it. Well, I never knew that. They get off the ladder like that.
Howdy, nurse.
Hello.
You see this guy here? He's got a crush on you.
Aww.
He's secretly
Ray.
hiding his admiration for you.
Yeah, maybe, huh?
yourself,
That's what
Red.
it is.
It is.
Is he trying to... What is he trying to do? Not run us over, right?
Yeah. I'll try.
Don't worry, we have you. I mean, unless you die.
That's true. Yeah, unless I die. And then there's 2 medics on though, so we're good.
Yeah.
You guys are good here?
Yep, we're pretty good. We just, did a little bit of, air patrol around, the highway.
Oh, that's a good idea, huh? Okay.
Let us know if you see a guy with a Mark II, you know.
Okay.
We need to be on the lookout for him.
Did he say what the guy was wearing at all?
No, he didn't get a look on him,
Okay.
because he was shot in the back. you
Yeah,
know.
I think that's what he said too. Okay. Sounds good.
Yeah. Alright,
I'll see you later.
good luck.
Mark 2. Let's go, Mia. Is there any elderberries? Oh, there's some rose hips. Rose hips. Hope they didn't leave me. I'm not gonna play too long chat tonight. Oh goodness. Emergency. Bill. Electro. And right here between the 2 houses. Gas station. Electro. So, okay, he's going. I hear them counting. So, electro. He's right here. Let's take that off. There's the cop. Okay, Kakashi went. Or maybe Panda went. Let's get back over here. Just in case there's an incident.
Sad man tapes.
So you
like,
don't want to shoot
what have
that
you
gun.
done to this man?
You know what? Fuck you.
Oh my... I don't understand what's happening. Well, that's nice.
You made him
Assault and
very
battery.
upset.
Thank you. Okay. Okay, bye. Just happened.
What was that?
Was I supposed to kiss him?
I think
I'm a little
so.
confused.
Yes!
I think you are. You better go over there and give him a kiss.
Crying.
Get over there and give him a
Yes!
kiss. Hurry.
I'm
Wait.
not doing that. No, I
Sir.
refuse.
Sir, would
He's
you-
I'll go to
waiting.
jail.
He's,
Thank you.
He's waiting for the kiss. Oh, he loves you. Did he just say he loves him?
Dude, no, he's very upset. He thinks he's very ugly.
Aww.
You've hurt his feelings.
It's fine. Got a haircut.
We need a barber shop.
Look, you're
huh?
making him drive away.
Oh, you
You've
know
hurt
what?
his
We need
feelings.
somebody
Now
to
he's
You
gonna
know
arrest
what?
you.
Probably. And I have his bag, and I don't know what to do with it.
Maybe he gave it to you.
Keep it, keep
Oh.
it. When
Yeah,
he
he
comes
gave
I'm
it to you.
not
around
wearing a
again,
bag. I guess I could just
kiss
wear
Yeah,
it.
him.
there you go.
Kiss him. When he comes around again, give him a
No, I
kiss, hand
am
him the
not doing
bag,
that.
say I'm
No.
sorry, honey.
I'm not kissing the man. I'm not kissing anybody. No. We're not. We don't do that here.
Wouldn't that be funny if
Very
you could
strange.
literally, the person could literally kiss the other person? They need to do that.
Not the kind of RP I'm into, you know?
Oh, that would be
We're
awesome.
not doing that.
RP with it, you could actually kiss someone. I love it.
I mean, I'm sure there's some sort of mod. No.
Yeah,
God,
that needs
no.
to be a mod. A kissing mod.
I am not kissing anyone. Stay away from me. All your wet, smushy lips.
Oh
You.
my goodness. There he is. He's lost.
Oh God.
He's lost. He's looking. He's looking for something.
Looking for love in all the wrong
Yep.
places. That's what he's looking for.
Yep.
Wait, here's
Exactly.
Flint.
Oh.
That in this bag he
He's
gave
looking
me.
for love. He's gonna come back. Because he can't find any and he's gonna come back to you.
Wait.
Yeah, he
Did
can
you
come back
get-
all he wants.
Did you get the message too, Joy?
No, what? What did it say?
Dude, I got an anonymous message saying Sam has a crush on you. Is he talking about Dawson?
I don't know.
That's Sam, yeah.
Sam has
Dude,
a
what
Sam has a crush on who? You?
the? Oh god. Yeah, apparently that's what the message says.
What?
Holy shit.
Wait, Sam has
Yeah.
a crush on
Anonymous
you?
message? Dude, what
On
the
who?
fuck?
Oh god.
On you?
On her, I think.
On who? On Panda?
On her!
On Panda. Oh.
Not me, although he did try to kiss me, which is
Maybe.
strange. If
Maybe.
he has a crush on her, why is he trying to kiss me? That's very...
I don't know. He's
It's a very
cheating.
odd way to show your
He's
affection.
cheating on her, then. Oh, he means he's making her
Not
jealous.
cheating on...
He's making her
Yeah,
jealous.
that's it.
Yeah. You know what? We need to
going
confront
for
him
the
when he
jealous
comes
mode.
back here.
So I should...
No, I
You
don't
should kiss
think
him.
we should do that
We
at
should
all.
confront
You're
him.
the one who wants to kiss
We
him.
don't
You
want to
kiss
make
him.
him cry again.
We're gonna go, excuse me, Sam? What's going on here?
There's something you want to tell Panda?
Yeah? Is there something you wanna tell Panda? Tell her now.
Awkward.
Can I not fucking buy a hand transceiver anymore? Can I buy a hand transceiver at the gun shop, or do I have to go to like yeah, the walkie-talkie? I'll grab more batteries too.
Let's go sell these, rose hips. Real quick, I gotta sell those. radio right there. Okay, take those, sell it, and we'll take a strawberry jam. Let's take another one. So, just in case somebody needs one. We need to go deposit some of this money.
The kiss that he deserves because he's
Nah,
a beautiful man.
he doesn't.
And you
He doesn't
insulted
like me.
him.
He doesn't like me.
Everybody's falling in love, guys. Let's see. 210 deposit. Oh, let's go check and see if there's a 4-door locker that's for sale. Other side. Four-door locker. Come on, come on. 0. Darn it. So low. 0. Crate 0. Let's see if anybody's back here.
Going to bed, so I'm gonna hop off and watch some American Dad with her. But but yeah, I'll be back.
Enjoy. Look, you got a partner.
Hey, babe.
Yeah, I'll see ya. I gotta hop off. I got work in the morning.
Okay, Panda. I'll
Alright,
see
sounds
you.
good.
We'll see you.
I'll see you this weekend, Panda.
Oh
Have fun
yeah,
at
of
work.
course. If I'm not dead from work, yeah, yeah, fun.
Alright,
Thank
bitch.
you.
You earned that,
I'll
bitch.
see you guys.
Alright.
Okay.
Alright. Good night, Ruth.
Good night, guys.
Where'd the police officer go? Is he leaving?
Oh yeah, watch out.
Okay,
Dawson's been on the
yeah,
fucking
he's
prowl for
hopped.
morphine.
He's hopped up
He's
on
high as
morphine
shit on that
and
right now.
effing. Yeah, yeah,
I
you
Oh,
can
love it.
tell.
It's
and
so much
driving like
fun.
crazy. And driving like crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, good night,
Well, that's because
Dawson.
he's high on drugs.
Sam Dawson.
Alright.
How was your day, Bake?
Pretty good, not bad. How about yourself?
It was fine, thanks. Baked is here. Let's see if I could get in this car. Okay, good. Okay. Let me look and see if you guys need gamma yet. Doesn't look like it, right? Not yet? Okay. Okay. Who's that? Riggs! It's Riggs. Oh, that's Baked in his car. He's going somewhere. Darn, I really want to buy that. Door military locker. Let's see. Let's go in here. I think I'm gonna put, okay, so he put his right here. And Panda's. I think I'm going to put mine. I think I'm putting mine in here. Yeah. Either right here or right here. I got a message? Oh. He's gonna give me something? 4. Okay. That was cop. Riggs. Oh, okay. Rev just oh, nice. Okay. So, either here or over here. I wonder if they have a screwdriver that you can buy. You know what? Let me give you guys gamma real quick. So if I forget, because I might forget. There you go. Okay. And let me check that. Make sure it doesn't go crazy. Every time I give you guys gamma, I have to check and make sure. Come on. Load up, load up. Sorry, guys. Give me a few more seconds. There we go. And it should stay now. Oh, that's big. How many people are on? Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10,
Oh, wait.
Hey!
I have a delivery.
Ooh. What's that?
For you and your medic friends. You guys have
Oh
been
my
doing a lot of great
god.
work.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, no
Fake,
problem.
look what we got.
Oh,
Come here.
Hello.
Fake.
What we get? What we get? Ooh, beer.
Take one of each in your inventory.
Have a nice night. I'm gonna go log off.
Okay. Good night,
Pretty late.
Riggs.
Good night, man.
Thank you.
Good night.
Thank you, Riggs.
I'm gonna put it in
No
here.
problem.
Let's put it in here. Let's put it in here. And where should we put it?
To your left, right here. So you want to see something? You remember my idea I was talking about with that medical place?
Yes, I do.
Yeah, come with me real quick. I want to show you something that I was working on yesterday.
Gonna run over a medic. That's alright.
Not Nurse Joy! Don't hit Nurse
Not
Joy!
me! Not me, Sam!
I think I gotta add you to the list on here still.
There we go. Wonder where we're going. Hopefully it doesn't lag us out. Okay, let's look at the map and see where he's going. Oh, he's going way up here. $30 minutes. Okay, so what town is this? Okay. So we're gonna go to this medic, I assume, the hospital here. So Nietzsche, okay. The Blue Hospital.
This is all I got done so far. But like, go look inside of those boxes. Like, just open them up and take a look. It took me so long to get these 9 boxes over here.
Oh my god, okay. Ooh. Nice. Ah, I love it.
It's actually like organized kinda and stuff, and I've like figured I put everything I could think of, because I got in
Yeah,
here
you
too
do
is
have a little bit of
these
everything.
well, and here's like the morphine, the epis, the pox
Mm-hmm.
antidote, stuff like that.
So the event's gonna be here.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
Yeah, slowly getting stuff figured out. I'm trying to think of like other stuff. Like I want to try to get maybe like a couple of plants to kind of decorate like the waiting room a little bit.
Oh yeah, that would be nice. I think this morning I tried buying a plant, but they're all gone. Where do you go?
Yeah, no, I've been looking for the past couple of days. I cannot get the timing for one at all.
Yeah. I went this morning. I went and tried to buy like one plant, at least one. Nope, they're all gone. Somebody bought all of them. Oh, Bake, this morning I think I saw your wife, and somebody shot
Who,
her.
Yoshi? Yeah, Yoshi got killed like 3 times today.
Okay,
Well, at
when
least
the
3
first time I
times
saw
today.
her, she said somebody. I didn't see it, but I saw her. She said somebody tried to shoot her, and they call themselves Batman.
Yeah, somebody was running around going, "I'm Batman," and fucking killing people. In Cherno, I guess. Oh, they banned him, so at least there's that.
Oh, they found him.
Oh yeah. Oh
Okay,
yeah, dude.
okay.
You can't hide. you can't
I
hide
was
from these
wondering.
guys, man.
I was like, because I remember seeing somebody saying Batman, but I didn't know who it is. Is there a way that we could, like, you know how, in some server, you know how you could go up to somebody and then touch them, and it'll give you a name of the person.
Yeah, sadly on this server though, it's opposite. If you go up and touch them, you give them your name, and so they
Oh,
have to give you their name. You know what I mean?
okay. Because I was like, that would be nice. You could get their name before they shoot you or something. I feel bad for her.
Yeah. had some pretty bad luck earlier today. Like, I don't understand. She has horrible luck like, here. Like, I don't have that bad of luck.
I
Like, I
think
had
it's
pretty bad luck when I
yeah, but
first
we're
started.
medic, you know, so when they see the thing, they know better. But for her, it's
Whoa, no, I
probably
mean before I was a medic.
oh.
Cause like I've been on this server for like a couple months now. Like
Oh, I
almost
didn't know
since it
that.
started. Yeah, I've been here like since a week after the server started.
Oh. And you have really good luck with it? Nobody touched you?
No, when I first started, I had absolutely horrible luck. Like Cherno used to be an actual legitimate war zone.
Oh my
Like I
god.
couldn't get out of Cherno for the first 2 days that I was on the server.
Oh my god. You
Yeah,
kept dying?
yeah, I almost quit. Yeah, I kept dying, getting robbed. Like I left town,
Oh.
I had like $150 in my account and like badly damaged shoes. And like I didn't come back to Cherno for almost 2 weeks.
Oh my god. That's awful.
Yeah, I did not have a very good beginning experience here.
Darn. I did not know that you were here from the very beginning. That's awesome.
Yeah, like whenever I joined, the server's only been like about a week old or so. Like a week after the fresh spawn made the video on it when it first came out.
Yeah. Is that how you got here or?
Yeah, that's how I found out about this was from fresh spawns, just like
Okay.
pretty much everybody else.
So, before that, what were you playing? Like PvE or PvP or what?
Like PvE, PvP maps, like ones
Okay.
that were like PvE with PvP zones. So I like could go PvP, but I didn't have to. You know, I just wanted to chill.
Oh, okay, okay. I see.
I also don't have to worry about like base raiding and shit like that.
True.
Hey, what's up, buddy?
Hey.
What's up?
What's up?
How you doing, amigo?
Oh, how cute.
Doing pretty good. I got my puppy.
Hey, little
Oh,
puppy.
nice. Good looking dog.
Well, thank you.
Oh, he opened his mouth. That was cute.
Damn.
Looking for something.
Boom. And it was 1 bone, not 10.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it only takes one
yeah,
bone.
yeah.
I mean, it'll use all 10. Like it'll use whatever in the stack you use. But
Yeah, I
you
didn't
only need
realize
one.
that, so I ran like an hour trying to find 10 bones.
Oh
Oh,
no.
poor guy.
Darn it.
That was the issue. No, you're good.
Oh, somebody goes, what's F11?
Yeah, what's F11?
Don't do it. Don't. Unless you have an. He has to be kidding. I think I've seen his name before, though.
I need to make more money. I gotta get my dog dripped out and me dripped out, you know?
Man, you know, I was talking with someone in the suggestion things because he's been bringing up he brought up a suggestion of something that like a lot of people have been bringing up for that's been kind of an issue. But I think everybody is looking at it the wrong way. Everybody wants to be able to purchase car parts from the cash register again. But I think that if somebody just buys bulk off a mechanic when a mechanic's online and they just open up a shop, they'll have an extremely lucrative shop.
I mean, yeah.
That's true, too. like be the
And they can only
middleman.
get the parts when he's on. Yeah, they only get the parts when he's online too. So
Yeah, because like at the mechanic, like if you buy bulk
Ah.
off the mechanics, you start and you open up a shop, so when the mechanics are not on, you can charge. You know, you can fucking. You still the
charge double
parts
the
supply is
like.
still there.
Yeah, you have the parts. You can sell the parts for a higher price because the mechanic's not there.
Exactly. And people will pay it because they need to. And it's actually a real business, you know, instead of like there's a lot of shops, and I mean, I get it, you know, people want to do their thing and everything, but it seems to me like just about every shop just buys stuff from the supermarket and then marks it up, you know,
Yeah.
which is cool. I mean, like, I still go contribute because, you know, RP and everything, and they're part of the community, so I still want to do, you know, my part.
What?
But it's
Like
like
it's.
I can just go to the supermarket and not have to give exact change and get what I want for cheaper, you know?
Yeah, you're right. It's just the hunting rifle thing. That sucks.
Oh yeah, the scope, dude, that
Yeah.
does suck. You want to know how much I paid for one?
How much?
Just take a ballpark guess. How much I paid for
Okay,
one
so
one
like it's
hunting scope?
2,000 like 500 already basically in
1 mil.
the gun shop. So you probably paid like 20 grand.
30,000.
Oh.
30,000? Jesus.
Hey,
Yeah, bruh, for one scope.
how do you get a hunting scope?
Gun shop, but they're never in stock. I got,
Ooh.
well, I'd
Okay.
say I got lucky, but I just massively overpaid so I could have a fucking scope next time I go hunting.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like -1 and I'm so
Oh.
confused on how that works.
Dude, you're telling me
I've been
it's
I've
rough.
been waiting for the 4-door locker all this time. 4-door military locker all this time.
That's what you want? You want a 4-door military
Yeah,
locker?
I was gonna put it in here for me.
Here, hop in. Let's go.
Where is it?
Hey, amigo. Sorry to cut it short. I'll see you around. Good luck on your ventures.
All right.
We'll
See
be
ya.
back. We'll be back.
Don't you love it? Don't you love it? But I ain't happy. Yeah. But I'm way.
I got was singing. Aw, it was adorable. Okay. I'm getting this locker for the hospital, and I want to put my clothes in there, so I could switch really easy.
Yeah, I got a 4-door military locker up at my lake house just collecting dust. Tossed me that code lock like last week or something. I'll toss you this fucking 4-door military locker. I ain't using it.
Oh,
It'll
okay,
help
okay.
me.
Thanks. I was gonna put it at the hospital. That way, when I switch to civilian, it's easy. Now I could go buy clothes, chat. Could go buy clothes and put it in there. Let's see, where are we at? I think I saw this place and I really like it. Like it has a big old lake and all that stuff. 15 minutes, okay.
Oh no! I don't know if I have a fuck. Oh no!
What?
We might have to end up making a pit stop a little bit further up north. I just realized something. I don't know if I have a screwdriver.
Oh, because you put it up. Okay.
Well, 'cause I moved a bunch of my stuff down to the other place, and I don't remember what all I took and what all I left. I'm hoping. I'm really really hoping I left one. I know I had two.
Okay, so this is the place. So it's, oh, okay. Chernarus Lake. Next to Casino Military. Okay, let me take a screenshot of that. Okay. Right here. Okay. So we're right here. The lake is here. Baked, I'm gonna go look at the lake.
Okay.
So this is the lake. That's really pretty. See, look. Look how beautiful this lake is. You could put your base right here. Look at all this. See? Beautiful, right? I gotta put my base here on a different server though. I love this area. Okay, that server you can't take over the houses, so it would have to, the base has to go somewhere over there. Did you get it?
Yep. Let's see if we can make it back. See how close we can at least get.
Okay. I was wondering where this place was because we came here once and I didn't mark it. So I could put it right here, like on the left side. Or over here, by these three houses. Or bungalow, or whatever they are. Oh look, there's a light on the left hand side. See, look. The lighthouse. Okay, how far are we? 10 minutes. Okay. We could make it. We'll make it.
Oh yeah, we should make that.
Yep, we're gonna make it.
10 minutes. Oh yeah. Don't. We should be able to. We should be landing by the time it says 5 minutes.
Beck, do you remember how much money we get when we start as a freshie?
As whenever you start brand new,
Yeah.
you get 5,000.
Okay, okay, that's pretty good. That gets you started, huh? Some
Yeah.
clothes and food.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Get you some clothes, some food, tools to be able to do some jobs, and one of the cheap licenses.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it'd be real hard if they didn't give you anything to start with here.
Oh yeah, because you know it's not like you could loot, you know.
Yeah, like you're just you'd literally have to be trying to sell apples.
That's if you even sell apples.
Yeah,
The
if you
store
can
won't
even
take.
sell
Yeah,
them.
yeah. The store won't take any. Yay, we made it.
There you go.
Let me go try. I'm gonna try to look for a spot. Okay. Go up here. Mine's gonna go in here. Right here. I can't tell, chat. Can you guys tell? I don't know. I think right here, right? Okay, if not, we have to go get a... Oh, it's too far. Let's see, if we come in here. Okay, yeah, that's a little bit too far. need to go get my screwdriver and move it back a little bit more.
See, so I was gonna actually, I didn't know you were gonna put it here. I'd put it, like, up here somewhere, like in this hallway, cause here, I'll show you why. I'll just show you why.
Oh, darn. Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
I just don't want you putting anything in there and just getting robbed.
What do you think? You think here? This hallway or that hallway?
Yeah,
further?
I think like right here.
Okay.
It'd be completely out the way, it wouldn't block the window, and it'd be secure. I mean, that's my suggestion. It don't matter to me what you do, but I think it'd be perfectly safe there.
Let's see. Or I could put it right here. Right here. Okay, let's go get a screwdriver. There you go. Let's go get a screwdriver. Oh, there's a gun shop right there. I always go to this one. I don't know why. Can you buy a screwdriver here? There it is. Where is it? There it is. Okay. Go move it. I'm gonna put it. Oh, it's Okay, it's restart. So I will be right back, chat. Okay. Oh, it's spinning. Be right back in a few seconds. Okay, Chad, I'm back. There was a restart. Logging in. Give me a second. Okay, I'm just checking, make sure I don't, my ping's not too high. Sometimes it does that and then it'll log me back out. So give me a few seconds to run around like this. Make sure it doesn't. No. No. No.
Joy?
Yeah?
Hey, I already moved your locker.
Okay, good. I was like, oh no, it despawned. I was like, darn it.
I was... No, you're good. I got you up here already.
Okay.
That's where you wanted it,
Give
right?
me a second. Yes, yes. Okay, give me a second to put you guys on normal.
To the wall, but I don't think it's bad.
No, it's really good. Okay. I have so much room. Now I could put my clothes here. Okay. See, I didn't mute you guys, right? Let me look. No. Go down here. I'm gonna get a second outfit and put it in the... Let's go get our second outfit and put it in the... Let's see, I'm gonna go like this. And... Let me see, how am I gonna do this? Guys, I'm gonna get naked, okay? Okay, we'll do that. That. I know I need a nurse. Okay. Equip. So I'm going to grab these and wear them down. I'm gonna go up here. Put the shoes. What are the shoes? Shoes, gloves, shirt, and one of those. I'm wearing this. Okay, you know what? I don't want this backpack right here. This backpack is a no-no. So I'm gonna put these stuff here. Close that. Oh. No, I need to put the shoes back. In here. Okay. Now I'm gonna get the... yeah, the doctor's outfit. Okay. Oops. Sorry, wrong one. And we need the backpack for that, so I'm gonna save the oh, I got gloves, pants. Okay, I gotta go here. And this one. No, okay. Oh, I need to take these shoes so I can wear them down. We'll save the other ones for later. I think I'm doing this right. He's like, he saw me naked. I was like, what is she doing? She's crazy. Okay, so we're gonna go here. We're gonna put this backpack here. Okay, we didn't need to bring that because I like these boots better. This hat's gonna go here. So now we have one set. We need to buy a belt for this and a pair of shorts. Okay, there we go. That's done. A belt. Okay, this is, it goes in here, so we're gonna give that back to them. Give back to them. Gotta wear our clothes. Fix our shoes. These are extra, so let's see. So this is extra. Oh, I forgot my leather kit. I need that. Okay, so this is extra. The extra is gonna go in here just in case somebody needs it. Let's see. We don't want to waste anything. There we go. That one. Let's see. Just put that there. That there. Go. And I'll just eat that. That way we're not wasteful. We have another skirt down here that we could use. Could always use another battery. There we go. Toss this one. Let's see. We got 2 of these. And we're good. Okay. So now we're gonna go up here. Toss this battery that's closed. Toss I'm missing the shorts and the belt. What's in this belt? Okay. Just do that. Buy a new belt first. This together. We don't need 2 of those. There we go. Okay, so we need a belt. Oh, we got the belt. We need some shorts. So let's go buy some shorts. Put it in there. And we're all set. I don't need 2 of these, just 1. Throw those away. Let's go buy some shorts. Maybe we'll run into someone. What is this? Oh, it's a trash can. There are a lot of people on. Let's see. Oh, there's still a lot of people on. Let's go buy some shorts. What is this? Fashion and more. Plus more. Fashion plus more. Okie dokie. Okay. I need some shorts. Just say denim shorts. Denim shorts. Lad. SOS. Oh, these are tops. No wonder. Okay. I usually wear the black ones or these. I'm just gonna get these. Okay. Try that in. And go in here. Yep. Okay, so I need shorts. I think that's it. Oh, I need to buy a belt when I get back. You know, when I swap like that, I lost my dog. Darn it. Okay. Oh, and I forgot to wear my face mask. Darn it. It went away too. Oh well. Okay, so we got the shorts. We didn't buy anything else. We need to put this away. Let's go back. Anyone here? Nope. If I need to leave anything there, nope, we're good. Okay, so if we come here, we need a new set of clothes. We grab it from here. What are we missing? I wonder if I should leave this just in case I lose it. I don't know. We'll see. Let me go get a belt. Get a belt. And we're good to go. That's it. Oh, we need a blood bag for upstairs, so let's leave this upstairs. And let's get a blood bag. And the blood bag is here. Okay, so we'll take one blood bag upstairs. Oh, and two drinks. We need a code lock for this thing. You know what? I'm gonna put all the medical stuff down here. And we'll put the food here. There's the two drinks. And there's the blood. Actually, I'm gonna do this. There we go. That and oh, sorry. Food. So two drinks and a food. And we'll put one of these. That's good. GPS receiver. I do need one of these. Is that on? Okay, let's turn that off. Put a new one in here. This is important, so we'll put that one there. And that's all we really need. Let's start it. Let me go buy a GPS. GPS. Oh, it comes with battery? Okay. I need to turn it on. Show me where I'm at. Perfect. That goes there. I have 3 extra batteries. There. Okay, I'm gonna leave the screwdriver inside. this right here next to that. There we go. That's set. That's it. Actually, we don't need 2 of these. We only need... Wait. There's 2 hand. Okay, so I need to sell this back. I don't need 2 of these. Sell that back. There's battery for that. 1 battery for this. Bunch of stuff. That's too many. We'll sell 1 of that back. Sell 1 of these back. Does it have a battery? Nope. Is it extra battery? Okay, we've got to buy a new one. There we go. Okay, buy batteries, sell the rest. Buy 1 battery. Only? Okay, I'm gonna sell the... Sell that. Sell the head. Okay, I want to sell this one, the one without the battery. And we can't sell here? Okay, I'll just leave it for somebody else then. Okay, so leave this for someone else. So a band-aid. Tetris. Is there anything else I need to sell? What's on here? Oh. Oh, there's an extra battery right there. That's it. Okay. And we'll put this one in here. Is it in here? Oh, that sea chest is empty. There's 2 here. Oh, that one has that. This one's empty. This is the one that has the stuff. Okay. And we're good. Now we're set. If something goes wrong, we don't need to redress. We could just go in a closet, throw it on, and we're set to go. What was on number 3? Oh, this one. This guy right here. We're just missing our mask, chat. I threw our mask away by accident, I think. Let me look and see what time it is. Give me a second. Tomorrow is Friday. I mean, it's already Friday for me. It's 1:33. So in the morning, 1:33 in the morning. I should go to bed, huh? Oh, gosh, it was baked. Let's go see what, you know, if there's any trouble going on over here. I need that face mask. My character looks funny without it. She's cute though, right? Nobody's at the hobo home. Ooh, swimming pool. You can jump in it. Come on. Okay. There. See, we're inside. Look at our feet. We're inside the kiddie pool. And I think you could jump on top of these. Yeah. Look, okay, let's dance on here. Let's see, what's our pose? Is that under pose? No, interaction. Interaction? No. Okay, not pose. Not that. Dance. Custom. What is it under? I never know what my things are. Make it rain, dance 1. What's dance 1? Really? Okay. Walk. Nope. Command. Move, stop, listen. Interaction. Where's the dance at? Dance. There we go. Look, we're dancing on the table. Give us money. That's right. Give us money. Because we're dancing on the table. That was that in, oh no, that was this one. Oh. And dance. Ooh-wee. Look at us go. I could see our shadow right there. Yeah. Dancing by ourselves. Okay. Oh. like we could sell all this for money. This is what I used to buy my food with this month. Let's go over here. Where they at? I don't see them. Oh, let me look. Oh, okay, there you go. Hey! What's going on? Oh! A pussycat! Nice. You get,
Where do you want it?
if you put it down, it's gone. I think if you put
I'm
it
putting
down,
it down then.
yeah, if you put it down, it's gone.
Cat in the bag then.
Yeah, you have to put it in the bag.
Do with it.
Just play with it. Just play with
You
it.
actually can set them free now.
Oh, can you,
You
set it
just
free?
can't set them with your hand, not with your hands. You have to put it in your inventory.
Uh-huh. And then...
No, put it in your inventory, then drag it. Oh, it's gone.
It's
Yep,
gone now.
cat's out of the bag.
Yep. Cat's out of the bag.
You know, if you just drag the cat from your inventory to like the vicinity, it'll actually release it and it'll run off.
Yep. So
Does it do anything, or is it just an extra AI model?
It's just a cat running around.
Big's at the bank, I think. No, he's at the police station.
police station. What is he doing there?
Getting his dog.
Oh. Okay. Let's go see. He should be in here, right?
Do what?
Right here. This is where you get the dog.
Oh no, we went to the backside of the police station and got the dog.
Oh. You guys need some bandage? Band-aid and stuff?
The other guy gave us T-pills.
I got some T-pills and bandages.
You got... What did you get?
T-pills and bandages. You have any vitamins?
Yeah. And there you go. Is that all you need?
Yeah, I think golden. Just gonna find the grocery store now and kinda go from there.
Okay, I'll show you guys.
Where's that at?
It's over here. Past the hospital.
Oh, okay. Awesome sauce. Thank you.
Oh, where did he go?
Oh, big slow. He catches up.
It's always slow. Okay, you guys might need this right here. That and that just in case. Just in case.
Awesome.
Oh, here's a splint too, just in case. Break your leg. Break your leg.
Now we're gonna try and go farming.
Okay. And then take that. You might need that since you're starting off. And that right there. Are you guys just gonna run around, or are you gonna get a bike?
Nah, I'm probably just gonna run around.
Okay.
Hey, how's the train tickets work?
Well, the conductor's not here, so he has to be here to run the train.
Ah.
But yeah, you buy a ticket at the train station, and then, you know, if he's here,
Yeah.
you just ride the train. You tell him where you want to go.
I got you.
Ride the train there.
I got to train Biggie. That's why we're here.
You guys set? You need anything else?
Nope, I think we're good. Thank you.
Uh-huh.
Gonna go hunting, see if we can make some money.
Ooh. Okay. I gotta go buy some food over there. I'll be at the hospital.
Okay.
You.
Let's see. Okay, so I gave them the news, so gave them that. I need the blood. Oh, I need to go to the bank. Get some money. Let's see, how much we need? Let's see, maybe 70 payout. go. One of those. Oh, one vitamin. Vitamin, okay. One blood, isn't there? Oh, and food. Oh, and a splint. Okay, 'cause I gave them a splint. And food. Just need two. The blood in this one? I always forget. No, blood isn't here. Okay. Oh, negative. Need one blood only. Okay. Oh, oh, darn. Okay, I need alcohol, and I need to sell this back. Wrong one. Need one alcohol, and sell this one back. One of those. Trade back. Okay. And I need a alcohol. There we go. Alcohol. Let's put that there. There we go. And we're good. Let's go see if there's anyone over here. I hear a chicken. We do need a dog. We need a dog. Sorry, dude. We just need the bones. You know what? Let's throw this away. I thought about it. I think we'll put it in the trash, and if somebody needs it, let's not litter. There we go. Somebody wants to cook that. How do you turn this into a bow? Is it a knife? No. I don't know how to turn that into a bow. Oh, whose dog is this? Oh, is that my dog? No, it's not my dog. That's not my dog. Oh, was I gonna put money away? Nope. See if anybody's here. Okay, let's go get our dog. Oh, somebody's dog is here too. Lots of dogs. Let's get that one. There we go. Follow. Okay, come on. There we go. I like that one. He looks like a wolf, right? He's like chubby. So cute. Okay. So I've been doing so well. I've like been streaming like 3 days in a row. 3 days in a row. That's pretty good for me. Baked, are there any new medics? What? Who says that? Get a jump start. Jump start. A jump start, please. About to descend off the bank. Oh no! Is it Kaylee? Is that the bank? Baked? Baked?
What's up?
Kaylee's at the bank. She wants to jump off. Kayla. Is that the emergency? Let me look. Yeah, that's Kayla. Aww.
Alright, you good?
There you go.
Now you're like Superwoman, Kayla.
I know, Kayla, your clothes. You need to fix your clothes.
I think she's gonna probably need new clothes.
Yeah, new
Those probably got
clothes.
ruined.
Those look bad. Those look bad, Kayla.
That should be enough for some new pants.
Get some new pants. Yep, yep. Love ya! There she goes, getting some clothes. Bye! See you later! She's so cute. Okay, I gotta go get a morphine. One of these. There we go. We'll put this right there. Look at our doggy. Hey doggy. You're so cute. You're so cute. Let's see. Is it like that? Hi. Aww. Hi. You're so pretty. You are so pretty. Such a pretty dog. Such a pretty dog and a happy dog. Oh, you know what? Chat, you gotta listen to my song. 1 second. Hold on.
In the world of days, there's a girl named Cup of Joy, with her snowy white skin and her hair long and more crazy but kind. She's the sweetest soul alive. In the chaos of the game, she's the one that thrives. Through the fields she roams, like a whisper in the breeze. Her eyes shining bright, her beauty a masterpiece. She plays days online, with a heart full of joy. A warrior in the game, but a gentle girl, oh boy. Cup of joy, cup of joy, you're my guiding light. In this world of mayhem, you shine so bright. With your snowy white skin and your dark flowing hair, you're a dream in my heart beyond compare.
Okay, here's the other one.
But Joy, she's a beast, don't you mess with her. DayZ's a game, she's the queen, no competitor. With her loyal friends, Bear and Possum by her side. They roll deep, true friendship, they never hide. But Joy, she's cunning, knows all the tricks. DayZ's skill sharp like knives, she makes them click. Bear and Possum, partners in crime, always ready. They move as a unit, unstoppable and steady. Cup of Joy, Bear, Possum, a trio like no other. DayZ is their territory, they come together. Don't mess with them, they'll take you down, no doubt. Cup of Joy and a crew ruling DayZ without a cloud.
Do you like those two songs, chat? I love them. I think I made like 3 or 4 songs yesterday. It was so much fun making it. Well, let's go see. I want to buy a heli. Let's go see how much money we have. For a heli, we need $500,000. How much do we have? We have 186. Darn, we have a lot to go. We need a loan. Who wants to give us a loan? We need a loan, a $400,000 loan. I don't know what I would do with the heli though. I don't even think I bought a license for anything yet. You know? Let's see, where's the license office? I think there's a close one. Oh, it's over there. 970 away. Let's go see if... Oh, we got the 4-door military. Maybe we'll look at the license. Oh, shooting. We might want to stay here just in case. Hey, chicken, chicken. Hey, chicken, chicken. Bicycles. One of these truck is 45,000. Oh, no more hippie truck. Look, it's a -1. You could buy these, or there's like 10 of them. I want to buy one of these, but the pink one. See this pink one? But I don't know. I just need one vehicle, so I have the hippie car already. We'll just stick to that. I do need a 4-door military locker at my base though. So I have one at the hospital. Now I need one at base. Can I get up here? There we go. And can we open it and close it? Okay, open. Oh! Darn! Well, chat, what do you think? It's slowing down. I don't know if I should call and go to bed. What's going on? What's going on today, huh? Let's check on that locker. Nope. Okay. Chat, I think I'm gonna call it here. That's it for me. Let me go like this. And let me, oh, you know what? Go like that. There we go. There's my goodbye screen. I love it. Now, let me exit from here. Quick. And while that's happening, I want to play my song for you guys, okay? So hold on, don't leave yet.
In a small town, there's a girl named Cup of Joy. She's a force to be reckoned with in all the boys, but she ain't looking for love or any fancy heart. She's got her eyes locked on that DayZ chart. When she logs online, watch out for Cup of Joy. She's got a game face on, she's ready to deploy. She's a master of survival, ready for a fight. Don't mess with the best or she'll end you tonight. Cup of Joy, she's a DayZ queen, ruling the game like you've never seen. She's got the skills, she's got the might. Don't cross her path, cause she'll end you in game. Alright. Coffee in the morning, wake up to the grind. Sipping on that brew, got a joy in my mind. I'm a lyrical animal, I spit that fire flow. Killing all the critters, watching as they go. Got my screen panel, playing DayZ crazy. Nothing can faze me, I'm feeling so hazy. Blinging 60 mil, choppers flying in my flannel. Posting food pics and coffee, follow my channel. Coffee queen, that's who I am. Brewing up the joy, just like a caffeine slam. Lyrical animal, killing all the critters. Posting food pics and coffee, getting all the Twitter retweets.
I hope you guys love my song as much as I love them. Thank you for hanging out with me tonight. I appreciate all of you. Love you all. Thanks for the follow. Thanks for the subscription. I appreciate that so much. I'll see you guys soon, okay? Good night.